So if you spent any time on Reddit or YouTube, you've probably seen some comments or videos of people saying how their music got pulled from X distributor, whether it was DistroKid or TuneCore or CD Baby or Muse or Ditto or whatever. You've probably seen people complaining that they didn't do anything wrong, their music got pulled from the platform, and usually there's some type of drama or BS that goes with it, like the distributor refusing to pay out the royalties they had in their account or whatever. You might not know this, but I have my own distributor called Melodist, and I'm not here to promote this to you, but what I'm here to show you is that every month all distributors get an artificial streaming report, and I think very few people have ever seen this. It's really just labels and distributors that get this report. So I want to break this into a few parts. First, what is artificial streaming? This could mean bots, like hiring fake accounts or fake services to run bots on your numbers to spike them up. That's obviously artificial streaming. But another category is artificial human streaming, meaning if you go to your Spotify and just loop the same song over and over again. Justin Bieber got in trouble for that several years ago by asking all of his fans. He even made a diagram where he showed his fans, get this song, add it to a playlist, set your volume almost all the way down, but not quite all the way down, and then loop it all night long. And he did that, and he gamed the charts by doing that. And that's also a no-no. That's considered artificial streaming. And Spotify will not pay you for artificial streaming. Generally, they don't remove the stream count, but they will just flat out not pay you for it. On Spotify, if your song gets more than 90% of streams that are artificial I don't know if it's a per month or per whatever time period, but if it hits 90% threshold, they will pull the song, and you have X amount of strikes with the distributor before they will just outright block you. The thing is, if Spotify comes to us and catches that, and we aren't doing anything about it, we can actually get fined and even blocked from distributing music to Spotify. So on our end, we don't want to do that, because if we can't distribute to Spotify, that kind of defeats the entire purpose of being a distributor. So you can imagine for someone like DistroKid, like they're not going to risk the relationship with Spotify because of one artist that's committing artificial streaming. Now, there is a lot of edge cases where the artist claims nothing happens, but you just have to go with Spotify's word, unfortunately, because of these artificial streaming reports. So let me walk you through this artificial streaming report, because this is really the most exciting part of this video. First of all, we get some definition. Spotify's recently updated anti-stream manipulation measures are now providing monthly reports containing artificial streaming that has been removed from the monthly royalty calculation and thus subsequently removed from your monthly royalty-bearing reports. As a reminder, while artificial fraudulent streams will be removed from royalty calculations going forward, there may be a period of time while excluded artificial fraudulent streams are still being reflected in the Spotify client user interface and Spotify artist account. Please, therefore, expect discrepancies as these changes are rolled out by Spotify. These reports usually come directly from Spotify, several months basically behind, and there's no appeal process. So in this case, this document here, this is from like the distribution team from my distributor Melodist. So this is like the official information we have directly from Spotify. So going to this thing here, I'll first go through this main chunk. This is the entire lifetime of my distribution account here. So my distributor Melodist. This is the lifetime of it. We've got 9,600 streams that are fraudulent or artificial, rather. Now you can see all the numbers. These are all just artists. And most of these are not me. Some of these are me. So like this one here, I won't say which project of mine, but this is one of my projects. And 367 of the streams have been marked by Spotify as artificial. I'm not doing any botting on my stuff, but like considering that the lifetime of these songs from this artist on this profile probably represent 500,000 streams maybe, having 367 streams marked as artificial seems pretty good to me, right? Because that could mean that some fan just like looped the song in a way that was marked as artificial. It could mean the song was added to a botted playlist. It could mean anything. Your distributor sees this, right? So your distributor, when they make the decision to ban you, they're not like looking into your numbers and looking at anything too detailed, most likely, especially a big company like DistroKid or Muse or Ditto or CD Baby. They're just looking at this report, and like there is a second thing, track review list. I'm not going to click on it because it's blank for me, but this is basically like Spotify also gives you a report for any songs that will be pulled, right? Or songs that they're telling you have to like remove or they're going to remove. So, and there's nothing. So none of these songs have actually hit the thresholds, which either means we've done our job right by pulling stuff before it gets to Spotify, or we just haven't had any people that have been like flagrantly abusing the system in a way that Spotify is triggered to immediately pull it. All of your anger on Reddit, I feel, is being misdirected, right? A lot of you, if you get screwed over, like DistroKid is the one that's telling you, hey, unfortunately, we're pulling your music. All of these problems, they're not like, yes, TuneCore is doing bad things. Yes, DistroKid has done some bad things. Yes, Ditto has probably done some bad things. But the reality is that a lot of these things are coming from one step higher. The distributor is just a middleman between you and the streaming platforms. The streaming platforms actually have all the power and make all the rules. And I'll direct you to another video where I go over the Spotify scam. I even emailed the scammers to get basically just ironclad proof of what they were operating. And you can check out this video right here. But I recommend you check it out because that's actually the most common way I've seen people have their music pulled. Basically, they don't do anything wrong. They're just randomly added to some botted playlist. And this is a thing that Spotify needs to fix because it's not the user's fault. It's not the artist's fault. It's really the platform's fault. And unfortunately, a lot of this anger is getting misdirected towards the distributors, which, yes, have their problems, but also it's really Spotify. Anyways, hope you found this interesting. Subscribe if you want more, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.